Oh, yeah. Uh, Let's see what we got. I guess we on. Hey, what's going on, party people? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Um, what's going on, guys? Definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much is that I help people to attain their highest level of consciousness. Now, the attainment of your highest level of consciousness, that's what I call, let's just say, you being Christ like, you becoming the enlightened one. But all of that has to do with self consciousness, meaning you get to be, I mean, you have the highest understanding when it comes to who you are, because we're talking about self consciousness, the attainment of the highest state of consciousness. So when you look at guys like Jesus, Buddha, whoever else you want to talk about, when you look at their story, there's a journey they had to go through to become the person that they are. I mean, they always had the seed in it, in them. And of course, it had to bulge out. It had to somehow develop. And that's what you're seeing through their trials and tribulations, the evolvement of their spirit, so to speak. I mean, I don't know. I guess. And that's what these things represents. Well, not these things, but these, let's just say, spiritual leaders or leaders or what was the word I was looking for? Gurus, not that's what they represent to us. That's the purpose, at least. It's for us to look up to them and be inspired to be like them. So that's why your objective is to be Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? Your only duty on here is for you to be Christ-like. Nothing else. Everything else is secondary to that. Being a millionaire, being whatever the fuck. Anything else is just it's just it's secondary. So, essentially that's what I do as a spiritual healer. Now, getting back to the attainment of your highest level of consciousness, how do you get there? Well, I also help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. You get to see things from both or from a greater perspective by having being in good relationship with your emotions and as well as you having good relationship with your intellect. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you're not too emotional where you don't see the bigger picture because you have the right, let's just say emotional percentages, if that makes any sense, right? And then now, same thing when it comes to you become mentally, you're not too mental where you fail to see the small things because that's what emotions allow you to see. Because emotions open up a whole other like world for you. That's why you need to have your intellect to be in alignment with that because what that does, it expands your consciousness, meaning it allows you to see what you didn't see before, but all this time that was around you. And that's what the part of the self-realization, you awakening. This term that we're using has to do with you getting into you becoming more conscious of different aspect of you or more of you. This is that type of alignment that you got to become in alignment to, with, for you to attain your highest level of consciousness. So you would have to understand, how does your emotions work? What are your emotions? Because there is such a thing as being emotionally intelligent. And what that is having a good understanding of those emotional patterns because emotions comes with messages When you fucking hit your toe or you almost fell or some shit, there's a message in that shit, nigga. So much so, I don't even have to tell you not to put your hands back on it again. And like, are you sure? You should try it again, man. Stop playing. Nobody has to convince you because I mean, and that's how your emotions also shape your reality too. Because if you were bit by a fucking dog and now you have not overcome that, so now the reality you're creating is for you to be away from dog as much as you can. And clearly, if those two don't come together, meaning if your emotions and your intellect don't come together, then you automatically one-sided. That's what people would say you are too emotional because you're not seeing clearly because your emotions are not allowing you to. I'm sorry. Do you see how? I mean, this is also revealing our nature. That's why it's important for you to go and I'm gonna be talking about spirituality, but what the fuck? Like it's so clear. So when you understand our essence, then you see the spirit in us. You are a living mind. I mean, or look at what you have to go through inwardly for you to have a better understanding of what's taking place on the outside. And that's why for you to become the Christ, you have to go into the fucking abyss. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the abyss, man. And that's why your spirituality has to be materialized. And that's what we are seeing. But because we don't have the proper set of eyes, we're not looking at it, from a spiritual standpoint. Because you don't identify yourself. You only identify yourself with dick and pussy. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. But going back to your emotions to see how that can affect actually your reality. Because when we say in life is what you make it, I mean, really, it's truly what you make it. I mean, whether you were inspired by someone else for you to do that route, or, I mean, well, that's the purpose of mythology too. That's why mythology is the highest state of. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself here, but it's all connected. It's all fucking connected. And all of that is revealing our true essence, who we are. So that's when me as a spiritual healer, or when I talk about spirituality, it's your fucking life. Now I'm just helping you to see from a deeper perspective because you're only concerned with dick and pussy. And because of that, now you have created a world where it's dick and pussy ass niggas. Then that world becomes, hey, it's what you have, it's what you possess. It's become it's because you're not in alignment with you. But anyway, so just dealing with your emotions alone on a deeper level to become emotionally balanced is also revealing you our essence, which is we are more than what we appear to be. You living mind, spirit, energy. Oh, y'all gonna learn tonight. I want some bullshit tonight. I want some bullshit tonight. And if you're coming back, man, listen, hey, listen, this is for you, baby. I'll get to that part, but I just want to let you know that I acknowledge you, motherfuckers. It's only gonna get better from there, baby. This is all for you. It's all for you, motherfucker. Anyway. Now, shit. Hopefully you guys. Yeah, you guys could hear me, right? It was a third. I hope you could hear me. Shit. So now again, you know, going down to our emotions. I mean, it reveals, like our essence. And then in addition to that, then you're also dealing with your mental, meaning how you see things, how you process things logically. How are you conditioned to see things? You have to realize that so you could now you being in charge on how you want your shit to work. Not on how they telling you or how it has. I mean, no, I mean it would defy the whole purpose. That's why, like, it's how good is it if it's. I mean, how good are you if you're not using you? I don't know. I mean, it's not even a. sh- sh- I mean, should we discuss this? Because I just don't feel like we need to discuss this at all. Like, I mean, that is a statement. You got to realize that, though. Because you see, like, you got to start demanding certain things, but it comes with, a level of blessing. You know what I'm saying? It comes with, have you been doing your homework? Have you been studying? You know what I'm saying? Did you brush your teeth before you go to bed? Huh? Did you say good morning? When somebody gave you something, did you say thank you? Or fuck you? Well, fuck you too, nigga. Who gives a fuck? But the bottom line here is, it comes, listen, you got to find beauty in you for you to see beauty all around you. God, that's why we say to the pure, all is pure. But again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. I mean, I guess I'm just acting out, what I'm saying? Because this is for you guys. I'm doing all of this for y'all. Am I not? A little bit for me. But I'm saying that to say, hey, hey, listen, I got you, baby. I got me. You feel me? Now, again, going back to being mentally balanced, you have to understand how is your mind being shaped. How is the political arena, your culture, how is that contributing to your way of thinking? And for the most part, they will. I mean, they do, unless, you become more self conscious of it. So, again, so when we're talking about spirituality in so many words, and not just spirituality, but self consciousness, I mean, it all comes down to, I mean, again, you knowing who you are. I mean, you can't change yourself without, I mean, you can't change things around you until you change. If you're doing the same thing every day, you're gonna see the same thing you've been doing every day. You've been doing the same shit. It's whenever you're ready, dog. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when you don't take accountability, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's how what I'm saying. Like you literally asked out. Pull your pants up, nigga. Side gangster. See you, homie. I'm saying, pull your pants up, nigga. All right. Go ahead. So again, and then now when you're dealing with culture, because it's training you to see life a certain way, shit. In fact, I mean, you being American, it's not just because you speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like the England niggas, they speak English too. But it's a whole what makes you American. It's not what you speak. So that's why I tell niggas, you speak American. You speak the nation that you are. You know what I'm saying? And this is for my articulate people. Oh my God, you don't speak a nationality, you speak a language. For my articulate people out there, y'all keep doing a wonderful job. I always tell them, what you want to sound smart or you want to be smart? Because when you are being smart, listen, you could lay back and hold your dick, like the confidence, everything that comes with it, baby. Listen, when you know, you know. Some of y'all got to find out. Everybody has to find out because the truth has to be found out. You know what I'm saying? Because you always, what you're really going to know about anybody is when you find them out. Again, it's revealing that person nature. It's also revealing your own nature because now you got to go beyond what you look like. And that's why we call this world. Now, the Indian called this Maya, meaning a world of illusion. And illusion simply means it's not what it appears to be. In other words, if you're looking at it from afar, then you see tits, you see asses, and then as the closer you get, that's not what you see. It's not what it is. Now, it's not saying there's nothing taking place here. There's something taking place. There's something happening. But what's happening is not what it looks like. That's how people are able to trick you. And that's what us magicians we do. You know what I'm saying? The closer you look, the more you're not even gonna see it. See, that's why you can't just observe this for you to see it. You gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? This truth here, you gotta find it out. It's a realization. It's an aha moment. It's that type of transformation. And as you're doing that, now you're able to grasp other realities. Then you're stepping into the ancestors, the whole galactic. Listen, there's a whole other world out here, man. I mean, what you see is not everything. I mean, don't be stupid, man. And that's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it there. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no shame in my game. I work for that side. You hear me? I told him, man. I'm a field agent. It is what it is. There's a new sheriff in town, niggas. A sheriff in town. Those who don't know, well, you're gonna find out. This is God sent, man. This is for the glory, for our essence, for you to know who you are, man. That's why I'm here, baby. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. Now you better believe it now. Now, if it sounds familiar, now you need to apply it in your life, nigga. Welcome home. Welcome home. Until you start living the knowledge, there's no use in the knowledge. I mean, the use, I mean, yeah, I guess to get to know it, but you only get to know it so you can use it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get to know it just to get to know it, not for clouts, not to articulate. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. This is for the livings. And as far as intelligence, we're gonna shine. It's in us. That's why we are the light. You know what I'm saying? That's water. That's you know what I'm saying? That's water under a high bridge. that, that's just what comes with it. That just you know what I'm saying? That's just come on, like yeah. I mean, it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It comes with it. You know, isn't that what beauty is? So that shyness, that brightness that we become, the Illuminati that you need to become, and that's how you display the shit around you as a testimony for all of you motherfuckers to see. And that's what the cross is. It's exposing how you need to go beyond the flesh. How are you looking at it, baby? You see, and that's the shit you got to find out. Now, if you're on the verge of finding out, well, that was your sight. Bro, you tell him what you see. And Brian, tell him to bring someone else. You hear me? And that's what the gospel is all about, man. Come on, man. But you know, with just like anything else, every gospel, hey, that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight too, which is polarity. Equal. You want to become an equal-minded person, but I'm not there yet. Just know what I have in store for you. Want you to know, like, oh yeah, yeah, I've had that. That's what you're getting tonight. But anyway, just to summarize pretty much, guys, going back to the whole spirituality or me as a spiritual healer, the things that I do and how I help you to attain that highest level of consciousness. And that's pretty much what we were talking about here in terms of showing you the importance on how important your emotions are. And for you to also see the connection between your connection and your intellect, how it can influence it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're not emotionally healthy or in the best position, you're not gonna have the clearest ideas, man. You know, that's why motherfuckers meditate. They take themselves out, you know, to find that type of harmony. Does that make sense? Am I making this up? I mean, I guess I mean I'm very creative. I mean, shit, that kind of goes without saying. But what I'm really saying here, like, can you relate? Do you see what I'm saying? And it's almost, and if you are in your creative path, like some of the great ideas you'll get, it will just somehow snuck in you. It's like you didn't even expect it, and bam! It's like bam. Or it could be, it comes in many different forms, but ultimately, it's something you're waking up to. You know, that's what makes it an inner vision. And as you're doing that, that's why you have a better, and you automatically living in a different reality. That's why your life, your knowledge reflects your life. And that part of us, and I feel like this is what we should be concerned because that part of you, that's that beholder. That's the man in the middle. This is, you now, your life's gonna go how you like it to go. So you need to enhance that you. That's what developing your inner vision, having discernment, it's all about. And we're going to be talking about, equal minded. But again, I want you to keep that in mind. But all of it at the same time is also revealing our true essence. So again, I always like to take the time and talk about spirituality, but it's almost like I also feel like I've been talking to spirituality all along just to summarize it. It's anyway, I guess I've been doing that. But essentially, as a spiritual healer, I help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. The whole purpose now is for you to attain the Christ consciousness, which is your highest level of self consciousness, which is your birthright, which is your essence, which is your God given whatever the fuck, which is you. And welcome back, niggas. We're gonna go straight to it. You already know what we do here is always love. You know what I'm saying? Um, Again, if this is your first time, spirituality, I always like to take a minute, just so you understand as a spiritual healer where I get my information from. Why do I think this way? You know what I'm saying? And what do I mean by the shit that I talk about? Well, shit. Follow me. I'm gonna take you to the source, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't do it for you. I'm gonna show you where I got it from. Now, spirituality, what the fuck is that? It's you. It's your essence. It's when you go beyond the veil or beyond what you look like, then you understand your emotions, like we were talking about, plays a part in your reality. What the fuck? Then now there's a what you call like your subconscious aspect of yourself, meaning there's another part of you that is not visible, but your intellect, your thinking, your whole life is based on how you see shit. So that's why when that white boy think and grow rich, the biggest shit he was telling you motherfuckers wasn't how for you to make become rich. That was the cheap part of it, if that's what you got out of it. But then again, to the pure, all is pure. But to keep it simple, what this little white boy was technically telling you motherfuckers is that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a seller or you're a buyer. Again, your life is how you think. So now you want to change your life, then you're changing your thinking. That's where people grow. That's when people go for self help. That's when motherfuckers start believing in themselves. That's when all of these shit are taking place. But nevertheless, all that is a reflection of your essence, which is a lot more to what you appear to be. So it's like, even if you wanted to talk about yourself because you got a big dick or you got a pussy, and then underneath it all, there's a whole other reality about you, nigga. And that's what spirituality is telling you. That's what spirituality is. So it's telling you about that whole other aspect of you. Then now you have what is called the manual, the instruction aspect of it, which is called the occult. When you're dealing with esoteric knowledge, the sage kind of wisdom, the hermetic, there's always something hidden, but the whole idea of hidden, just so you motherfuckers get it, it's being kept away from you. It's not the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Well, if it is, you better get that shit. Okay. Illuminati simply means the illuminated one, the shiny one. That's what a star is. Come on, man. Like in my last recording, I told you niggas that, man. I'm not letting you, I'm not allowing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not letting other people get my fucking credit. This is my credit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Me knowing the star that I am, me seeing the divinity in me, then I become the enlightened one, and that's what you're seeing. That's the whole aspect of the saint. You know what I'm saying? With the hallow and all that shit. The bright ones. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers get my credit from me, nigga. That's my credit. It's my credit. Now, if you want to talk about these motherfuckers in terms of what they do, you know what I'm saying? The sex, all that shit. What that has to do with being illuminated. In fact, it's clearly not showing that because I'm not seeing the highest or the brightest state of mind here. I'm not seeing the divinity in that. Are we looking at the same things? No, man. This is my credit. You know what? I put the work in for that shit. I'm not giving that shit up for these motherfuckers. No way. The fuck? I wouldn't be a field agent. Oh man. But anyway, oh I'm wilding. Going back now to again spirituality, dealing with the occult, those esoteric knowledge, you know, is the type of knowledge that helps you to see the let's just the dark side of you, meaning the side that is not visible, the side of you that is not exposed, but that is in the darkness. Because men is both visible and invisible. Just like you gotta eat, you take a shit. I mean, I would assume you know some of us are reading. You understand you got to feed your mind as well. I mean, I don't think I need to spend more time on that. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless if you're conscious of that or not, it's either you building or you destroying yourself. But if you becoming conscious, then you would know you have to feed your mind of something positive. Why the fuck not? It's making me better. Why would you not spend more time on you and make yourself better? Because overall, I mean, shit, the result is it's gonna speak for itself. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. So going back to the whole spirituality shit, again, it is our essence. Now you're dealing with what they call the occult. You know, it's pretty much okay. Some of the basic shit the occult will tell you is that you have a conscious mind and you have a subconscious mind. Like when we talk about the law of manifestation, that alone is you trying to say, hey, listen, man, your thoughts are powerful. Meaning, and that's what we're saying, you're moving by faith, you're not all the good shit you guys talk about, but not enough for you to really go in and say to yourself, that's why you got to seek the kingdom of God. See, you care about the law of manifestation, but you don't see the bigger picture, you know? And that's why for a lot of you guys, it's like you like this old bottle of wine, and now you're looking to pour some new wine in it. It doesn't work. That's why there's no half stepping. And that's what being born is also being born again is pretty much all about. When you understand your essence is spirit, there's no other way for me to keep going back and forth. And like, no. Now I had to crawl, you know what I'm saying? I had to walk. Shit, mate. Now I'm What's up, dog? You good? Man, listen, man. Listen, it's a journey, baby. Enjoy every single step of. I mean, along the way, I'm gonna do my best to show you the steps. You hear me? But you know what I'm saying. And when you get it, you be like, yo, listen, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? From one soldier to another. Listen, others have done that for me. That's what the ancestors done for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't you worry about it. They got my back. And you know what I'm saying? That's how they passed the baton. These niggas are proud of me. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? This is for grandma, my ancestors. You know who you are. I don't want to start calling names. But listen, man, and these niggas are out here. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? The protection. Listen, listen. It's listen, man. This is for the books. This is a lot of us always look at this life and think about other histories and not focusing on creating a legacy. You see what I'm saying? Listen, when I realize I am the creator, nigga, I'm gonna give you something you've never seen before. Oh, when I found me, and I did found me, listen, you listen, pay attention, stranger. Be careful out here, man. Hmm. I just had to talk my shit for a second. Don't you ever get fucked up, nigga. Ever. Whole fucking life, bitch. So now, now we dealt with the occult, then we dealt about the law of manifestation again, just to get you to see, even your speech. If we got to change my life, I got to change my thinking, because knowledge plays a big, I mean, like, it's, then what does that say about my essence? So you are that living mind, that living thinking thing. I mean, if you delving into yourself, and again, this is also reflecting the ordinary life that you think that you are living. If you only look at it from that perspective, you're missing out on a whole lot here. Oh, please, you owe it to yourself. Listen, there's a whole other reality. And when that little white boy was telling you think and grow rich, that's that mindset he was telling you to fucking adopt. Because at the end of the day, you are creating your reality. That's why it's important for you to understand who your God is. You should pick your God wisely. I know, could be too strong depending on where you at, in your spirit, in your vibration journey, or right level. But if that, middle person, that perceiver, that beholder, the more you build your inner strength, your inner understanding, you go more inward, the more in alignment it becomes. A better view, a better understanding you'll have of what's around you. I.e., I mean, becoming Christ like. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, making a long story short, spirituality is just your life, guys. And for the most part, the reason why a lot of people don't even identify themselves with that, even if you look at, let's just say, if you have to go see a shrink, what are you doing? You dealing with those non-physical aspect of yourself, your feelings, and then your feelings now makes you, you know what I'm saying? Now you got your mouth like this, creating a whole different reality now. Like you know what I'm saying? Listen, you are a reflection of that. You have to understand that. And that's what becoming conscious is all about. The deeper you go into it, those aha moment and then, I'm acting like MAGA. Oh, change my life, what I see, what I think. If you think money is everything, then you do everything for money. Then now you see a direct connection, that living mind, that narrative. That's why the biggest state of mind, I mean, how do I convince you? The biggest thing is that's where mythology comes in. That is the greatest narrative to either build or fuck your mind up, nigga. I shit you not. When I found that out, oh man, that was another was aha. That was aha. If you understand that, that alone will separate you from the crowd. And trust me, you do want to be. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Why not? Question shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Question should be why not? Why would you not want to be different? That's the true question here. Why would you not want to be you? And if you cannot even think about it that way, that is just to show you how, I mean, left field you are with it. I mean, you're not even in the field, nigga. It's like that's what being lost is. Because by me telling you I was why not that, that's because I already like is there another option? Because that is not an option. For you, it's not an option for you not to be you. It shouldn't be an option. I don't know. You tell me why. It shouldn't be an option for you. I'd like to be a bitch. Like, which one is it? What the fuck? I like to have a failed relationship. Yeah, we're just losing out here. What the fuck? I think y'all fucking with me, man. Fuck y'all. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Not exactly what we doing. Anyway, again, summarize spirituality is here. Now, the knowledge and understanding, that's what we call the occult, mysticism, esoteric knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you gotta feed your mind. This is something you got to have. Listen, I mean, that was my beauty pills. When I found out, that was beauty in itself, because all you're doing is delving into you, baby. And I'm telling you, if you have the right intent, listen, it's gonna be nothing but treasure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, the thing you'll see about you is like, I know for me, it's like, wow. It's like I had to catch up with you, baby. I'm like, yo, man, how did you get to be so good? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you so good, you got me lost. Those were some of I mean, the primary conversation, because we know we definitely have to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, find your beauty, baby. Listen, when you find that beauty, you'll see like you can do it like nobody else. I, I'm sorry, sir. You cannot sell this the way I tell it, or you cannot tell it the way I sell it. When you know, you know. Well, that has to do this. That's Michael Jordan now. Who's who's guarding me tonight? That nigga, you used to be so on his bullshit. Go to the other team and find out who's gonna guard him tonight. You know how full of himself this motherfucker was? Well, it was Mike, nigga. Come on, nigga, I'll peep game all day. But let's just say that's why I always, even as a little one, I always just love to sit among the elders. You know what I'm saying? So I know how important it is to feed this, especially from the right source. Oh man, it tickles me. Oh, man. Like, oh, that's the true power of word. Like it got me acting like a little bitch. See, those words, oh, they be fucking me up, man. Mm. And especially when you have to internalize the shit, because you have to inhale. You listen. You have to materialize that shit. Listen. Oh man, find it. Go look for it. It's your responsibility. It's your duty, and that's why you get my names. Everything else is secondary. So spirituality is your life. Now, when you talk about the occult, the esoteric, the understanding about, it's the narrative, is the intelligence that allows you now to dig a little bit deeper into this reality, into, it's to see beyond the veil. Again, we talked about our true essence. I mean, again, it's like I was already speaking of what spirituality was. I guess might be best for me to talk about what spirituality is not, because at this point it's almost like because you were trained to identify yourself with only your physical body. That's why your understanding of death and birth, has a whole different definition. But also, I mean, it has, I mean, the level of consciousness that you see here, you just looking at the surface. I mean, do you understand this is an illusion? And that's what us ascended masters, spiritual teachers, that's what we're here to remind you, to help you to acknowledge or to realize, or as the Tibetan monk says it, this is the mirror of wisdom that I'm holding for you to see yourself and to go like, oh shit, aha, that epiphany, that resonance, not that whatever the fuck that takes place, that helps you to acknowledge, that turning point. Those are living experiences, and that's what you need to build on, and that's what you do when you meditate, and that's what meditation helps you with. And as you getting to know yourself and who you are more as a spiritual being, that's when you would need to open up your third eye, having your chakras in alignment, and that's what you're doing. Becoming very receptive as you are now transcending or being infused. Like for me, when I become cosmic, I am infused with the universe. I have adopted a Godhead mentality and I'm living my life out of those truths. And this is how you materialize the divinity in human form. And that's what the Egyptian did. When you see the Sphinx, when you see the oeuvre, the art, everything around them, that was a manifestation of that godhood in you, nigga. Huh. Oh man, this is for the wise ones, man. That's what the ancient wisdom is. But nigga, I better wake up, man. So now going into the topic of our conversation tonight. Now then we done talk about spirituality again. It's our essence. I mean, it's and that's why it's all connected because everything about us is beyond what it appears to be. So I'm gonna talk about polarity because most of us, depending on your level of consciousness, you see the way you look at life. You have a dualistic perspective about life. You see birth, you see death, you see joy, you see pain. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how your mentality is. The problem with that is that it is limited. It's one-sided because now with the dualistic, you're dealing with two sides. And what makes it limited because you don't understand there's two sides are part of the same coin. This is what I mean by that. You look at life from good and bad. But do you understand something that is good can also be bad? Can you understand something that is bad can also be good? So if you can understand that, that's what now you're looking at this reality. Now you understand good or bad, it's the same shit. It's different side of the same coin. But when you don't see it from that perspective, because when you're looking at it from a polarity perspective, you bring the opposites together. Whereas when you don't see it from a polarity perspective or dualistic perspective, that's when you have what you call your Democrat, your Republican. That you have a gang mentality perspective. Then your definition of life when you're living this life, it's good people versus evil people. But the truth is, every good people has some evils in them, and every evil motherfucker have some good in them too. I mean, so much so, and I'm gonna say this for the sake of whatever, just saying it. Your God, your Jesus tells you, what the fuck, what was that nigga talking about? There was something I was thinking about. Anyway, I guess when it comes back to me, it's like, where was I going with this? I kind of lost the train of mind. But anyway, train of thought, I meant to say. Um, Going now to being open minded, to have being open minded, that's what polarity is. An equal mind, meaning you could see it from two different perspectives. Because now when you see life good or bad, that's why a lot of people, you automatically, when they talk about, I understand what it's like to being raised by a great, by both mom and dad. It's beautiful. Not necessarily, not necessarily. In fact, I was watching some shit about Buster Rhymes in the diary of the CEO. I love this brother, man. You're doing a good job, King. Those are your proper brothers. I love him. I'm just a nigga myself. I'm the one with the loudest mouth. You know what I'm saying? That nigga. What's up, nigga? Fuck out of here. Saying when we show up, we show out, nigga. What's up? Now, not to say these niggas are not doing their thing. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Listen, because we see beauty in them, because we see beauty in us. So it's always gonna be that appreciation. But, you know. But anyway, Busta Rhymes was there. He was saying how he was with his mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? But his dad was a fucking electrician, like he had some sort of electrical company. He wanted to pass that down to him, but yet his aspiration was to do music, and that's what got him to become to who he is. So I'm saying that to say, what I'm saying, it's not always you have to have. I mean, obviously, there's a little bit of good in something bad, and there's bad in good. That's what we're saying here. And this is a living experience. this is not to, yeah, yeah, this is not that. We're not doing that here. Having both sides of your parents. Meanwhile, a lot of you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, you having that kind of issue. Whereas it would have been best to be fuck these motherfuckers, to be honest. Wouldn't that help you a little bit more? Just saying. So again, when it comes to living, that's why the shit that I talk about here, it's not to sound good. If you're looking to articulate to sound good, listen. Hey, when you ready, come back, nigga. I'm not even gonna be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to waste your time neither. Saying when you ready, I'll be here. This is live, nigga. Same channel. Just press play. I could be gone. For you, just press play. Whenever the fuck you ready. Come on now. So now, already, you could see the difference because it all comes down to how do you actually see things. That middleman, that beholder, the aim and the target. What are you aiming at? What is your target? You see how your target is you and you or your target? Meanwhile, your target is different and you're still you. That is your essence. When you start to understand that about you, you're gonna start playing the ball. It's game time, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's when you respectfully you walking your path. You're creating the pathways. Like I can't recall who says that, but if in front of you there's a path, it's not yours. It's yours. Listen, you're gonna have to listen. Muhammad Ali, he loved other motherfuckers, but they had to create their own path. Mike Tyson loved Muhammad Ali. He had to create his own path, nigga. Everybody got to put their own work here. That goes for everybody. So again, when we go back to the original question, how do you not being you? You see what I'm saying? Nonsense, man. That's why, your sanity is your spirituality, meaning you embracing your essence, you knowing who you are. That's what's going to make you sane. And when you don't know who you are, that's when you have a gang mentality. That's when you either a Republican or a fucking Democrat. But if they both have good parts and they both have bad part, why do you have to be either or? Why can you be both? And if you can be both, that means you are none of them neither. That would reveal your true nature. I'm pretty sure there's no shit, no such a shit as an absolute Republican or an absolute. There you go. So you just jerking off then. This is pure intellectual jerk off, man. This is fucking crazy. If that's the conversation you would like me to partake, the fuck? Shit. I don't got to do that to jerk off. If I'm a jerk off, I'm gonna have the best time at it. And this is what I'm doing here, Nick. I'd rather jerk off this way. At least, shit. I'm getting the whole benefit is me here. So again, I don't understand. You gotta come. How? Why not you being you? Because I have not seen anybody who became anything by being what they were not. Whether they left their legacy, whatever the fuck it is. So again, the whole idea of devaluing yourself, that political bullshit, has no practical fucking no practical existence. So you niggas are truly living a dream, the okey doke, and that's what lost is. Ironically, you know what I'm saying? And you're looking at me. I'm the one who's lost, nigga. Is that why you can't see you a spiritual being, nigga? Is that what makes me lost? You don't even understand how you understand shit. Your argument was already made for you to actually discuss. Oh no, stranger, you don't belong. Listen, man, this is different. This is different over here, baby. Better know where you are, stranger. That's why this type of knowledge is for the livings. This is a living experience knowledge. This is not to sound cute. This is not to sound smart. It's not to articulate, nigga. Now, granted, there's no, hey, listen, articulate all you want. And as long as, if it's, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. What are you getting out of it? And that also has to do with your level of consciousness too. But anyway, summarize pretty much. And no matter what I'm going to be talking about here, it's all spiritual anyway. It's all about spirituality. So it's spirituality within spirituality. Saying welcome to the dimension of the dimensions. That's what I could say at this point. But anyway, let's delve into it though. So now we're talking about polarity now. We're talking about a gang mentality. That's what you see, that political jerk off shit. And when you have that one sided mind, you have a one sided thinking. You don't see both sides of it. And if you don't see both sides of anything, you don't have the greatest understanding of what you're looking at. That's why no matter how proud you may sound, or no matter how articulate that you may feel like you are sounding, and you reading books and all of that, right? And then the minute you pick a side, you already dropped the ball. Your Articulation doesn't even matter at that point. You're just jerking off, nigga. Hey, it's yourself. But if you want to go the distance, I'm your guy. And that's the quest. That's the quest I'm here to take you on. But anyway, where the fuck was I gonna go with this? For you to become equal minded. Because now you on one side, you living from a dualistic perspective. This is the good and evil. This is your good side over here. I don't know where, this is, what I'm saying? The world of this is eating from the tree of good and evil, meaning from the understanding of looking at this illusion from as from a separation perspective. Because when you say two sides, you separate them. Joy, pain, pain, joy. Not the same thing. You separate the two. And nigga, let me tell you, you want to look good, you got to put in that pain, baby. Well, you need that in the gym to transform your body. Again, what reality are you living? And see, this is the reality you got to stay in touch with. That's why you have to adopt the Godhead mentality, the highest perspective. You need conflict, you need enemies. Your enemies are good for you, nigga. When you see the benefit in something in your enemies, then you have an equal minded. You become equal minded too. Because when you see it, you're going to like it too. Because it's not like, what I'm saying, when you in that opposition, it's either, I mean, 1 minute you hot, the next minute you fucking cold. What side are you on? Who the fuck knows? Whichever one is not the hottest, or whoever one is the coldest, whatever the fuck, you're not balanced. But an equal minded polarity, you understand there's two sides of the same coin. Meaning, what you calling your dad, I mean, your parents could be good for you, could be definitely the worst thing you ever had, especially if they're not helping you to grow as a person. If you have two, let's just say mom and dad, I mean, listen, isn't that the same shit with passing down the slavery bullshit? You know what I'm saying? You training your kids to go against the man. I would rather train my kids to go against no fucking man. If there's anybody that got to go against, it's gonna have to be them. Again, there's levels to this too, but all of that has to do with how well you know you. My level comes to me understanding how well I fucking understand myself and my environment too. And that's what I'm helping you to become conscious of by you identifying your culture. Because for you to become the bright one, you would have to understand all of that and transcend them. But you don't transcend them by neglecting them, but by going through them, having the proper understanding of what they are. That's just you being your essence, man. A regular fucking human being, dog. That's like you being a fucking American and not being American at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I was born here, but there's more to me than where I was born, nigga. I hope so. I hope so. You know, eh? But if you're not thinking that way, I don't know what to say. Why are you being so hard on you? You know what I'm saying? He's dedicated to be against you. Well, guess what? You've been trained to think that way too. That's what the society that you're living in is. But again, looking from an ignorance perspective, you look at this reality from a separation perspective, and it comes with a state of mind. So now your body against your intellect, your intuition, and you know what I'm saying. Then it's like your emotions now. It becomes the rival. That's why I mean there is I mean in this modern day sort of spirituality, it's like for you to maintain or to ascend, you have to suppress yourself. And that is not true. It sounds good. It sounds very good. But in reality, it doesn't play out that way. Because anybody who denies your own desire, what you need to have for your desire is discernment. You don't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you got a fat ass. Yes, nigga, relax. Whew, there's a whole bunch of trouble with that. You gotta let that go, baby. I know. See you later, baby. Nah, girl, don't take it personal. Like shit. But hey. It ain't personal, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even going at you at all. If you understand, you understand. I don't mean no disrespect, man. At all. At motherfucking all. So, going back to what the fuck was I talking about? Equal minded, the polarity. And it's like, that's why it's important for you to understand. It all comes down to how you see things. And that's the thing. It's not how much you see, it's how are you looking at it. See, the thing, listen, you want to listen to this. The thing about this earth, you know what I'm saying? Luxury, it's beauty. Do you understand that? That's why you got to go inward. And you going inward, what that does, now you become the I am that you are. That's how you reflect. That's how you radiate that little brightness of yours. A little brightness of yours. All right. And listen, we all need it. We all need it. That's why we cannot be doing all the same shit. I love to see Michael Jordan playing ball, nigga. That's the highest of the highest. I love to listen to Prince. You know what I'm saying? That's the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, like everybody's contributing to this. And me now stepping in into this shit as a priest, hey man, I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a fan of all of this. I embrace all of them. You know, it's just being done, and so much so it reflects in even the way that I'm talking to you now. The fuck? I mean, shit. Like, let me just cut to the chase, nigga. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's how, too, I understand creation. I am the creator. a creator for you motherfuckers. But you know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you get the point. No need to articulate. No need to sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. So, yeah, got knowledge, nigga. Got knowledge, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to. The fuck? Why not supposed to? I'm responsible for me. You know? But anyway, now delving into the whole aspect of understanding how far it goes in terms of a chain of event that takes place from your understanding. That's what you got to be aware of. A lot of people, when you say you're a Christian, when you say you this, you do that, there's a reality you put yourself into. You got to be aware of that reality. Well, at least if you know what I'm saying, like if you're gonna master it. I mean, if you're gonna earn any type of mastery over it. But anyway, ultimately, the true mastery out of it, I mean, it's just gonna be you embracing all of it. The man of God is a man of God, and God is everywhere. It's in Christianity. It's in voodoo. It's in Buddhism. It's in Hinduism. It's in Tantric. It's in the Tao, like the I Ching. It's everywhere. The man of God is a man of God. Being a man of God, it's a religious person. It's to understand consciousness. It's your essence, and you living life based on that. That's what you do when you saying you're moving by faith. You moving, you stepping or you moving through life, not by those logical shit. And guess what? When you follow your fucking guts, when you follow your talent, it'll take you. Shit, that's that's wonders itself. The journey in itself. It'll take you to places you never thought you could have actually gone. And anybody who follow their passion will tell you the same. Now, certain motherfuckers' talent may lead them somewhere else. But the bottom line is, we're not supposed to go all in the same fucking locations. But the bottom line is, you have became a greater version of you. You see, there's all different level of Christ in consciousness. And the Buddhas, they also get that too. There's different Buddhas. The key thing is Buddhas though. You know what I'm saying? Like a master is always gonna be a master, right? But you also have the drunken master. And the Chinese they understand that. And that's a strong message. What they're truly saying is consciousness does not come in only one form. Like the form that you probably used to, maybe a motherfucker that wouldn't smoke a hookah. Maybe a motherfucker that wouldn't drink and smoke a hookah talking about spirituality. That's what the Chinese are telling you. Spirituality, there's no form for intelligent nigga. You know what I'm saying? You could it could be your I mean shit, nigga. When you know you know. When you know you know. You know what I'm saying? When that knowledge is in front of you, you fight with it all you want. You see that? Look at what you got to go through. It's yourself right. And that equal mind is about seeing the both sides. Like when you decide to be like a republic, listen, you're gonna see life from one-sided perspective. Why not benefiting from both sides? That would add more to what you already have. Instead of being one-sided, well, you become a little more complete. That's what being holistic is all about. Being perfect like your father in the sky, or however the fuck Jesus said it, be perfect as God is perfect. That's the perfection he's referring to. It's not being flawless. You don't make mistakes, or you know what I'm saying, you're always right, you're never wrong. That's not what this is talking about. If that was the case, he wouldn't even say it. Come on, niggas. Like, what the fuck? That was, I would have stoned that nigga myself. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, nigga. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense at all. But now, if we were talking about a level of consciousness and understanding, oh man, it makes all the sense in the world. And truly, that's what it all comes down to. That's why your job is for you to attain your highest level of consciousness. In other words, for you to be to develop an equal mind, not to be limited by good or bad. For you to understand anything that is good can also be bad for you, my friend. And what is bad for you can also be good for you. When you have that type of mentality about life, now you get to see, and ironically, that's what it exactly is, or what that's what it means to transmute energy. Because now the energy as it is being presented, or the intelligence that's being presented, now you're able to shape it your way. And not just your way because you are refuting. Listen, if I'm telling you pain help me better, I'm not saying I don't feel pain, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not denying pain is painful. I'm not denying that. In fact, I know so how painful pain is, then you could get something good out of it. That's truly what I'm saying. That's why you want to have, that's why the whole positivity shit, I always tell people, man, if any, there's no way you're going to be positive by not acknowledging the negativity, man. That's not positive at all. That's toxic. That's what toxic does. They always refute one side. Again, the du the du like that dualistic perspective is also the foundation for racism too, because that's a gang mentality. It's a mentality of separation. For you to understand it, you got to see the effect of having a dualistic perspective. That's why the Republican always fighting the Democrat. But at the end of the day, you know it's all bullshit. Do you not? I mean, I'll leave that one alone. But again, the whole idea here is for educational purposes. See, that's where my job comes in. It's not to go against no fucking government. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But your highest level of consciousness. And that's why this is for educational purposes. I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't give a fuck about Chinese people. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers. But the true understanding, the true elevation. Anyway, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes you gotta make certain things clear. And for that, that's also for my political niggas too. If you come over here on some political bullshit, nigga, this is not obviously that's not what we're doing here. I mean, we use everything for educational purposes. You heard? But most importantly, you have to outgrow all of this shit too to attain your highest level of consciousness. And that's how you are in the world, but not of the world. You know what I'm saying? What, I gotta pay taxes? Shit, man. I'll make sure I pay my taxes. What else, white man? That's it? Come on, man. I thought you wanted more. Money? That's where you at with it? Come on, man. I'll give you diamonds. Go to Africa, nigga. I mean, that's what you're looking for. That's how you ruling the world. Not my world, motherfucker. Anyway, there's a chain of actions that comes with, having a dualistic perspective. Because when you don't see the connection in good and bad, you tend to fight. There's an opposition at this point. If I understand certain the benefit on this thing and that thing, I automatically transcended their limitations. If you could see the good side in being a Democrat and the good side in being a fucking Republican, you have automatically transcended their limitations in terms of life, in terms of everything else. And that is also another reason why, you don't want to be one sided. Now, when you become more holistic, then you understand you need good and bad. Then now your perspective of good and bad, it's not too much of an opposition for me. It's not a fight. I'm at peace. Isn't it the same law that is there to protect us? That understand the value of life, the protection, liberty, and all that shit? Isn't it the same law that would give a nigga, let's just say, a death penalty? I'm not saying to say there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying this to help you to acknowledge anything that is good can be bad, and anything that is bad can be good. So now you have to understand, what do you mean by when you say this is good and this is bad? Now, what do you mean? So that's the part. Now that's you make the meaning of it. If that could be good, it could be bad. How do you make it work for you? Now that is self mastery. This is attaining your highest level of consciousness. But for you to get there, you need to have an equal minded perspective on things. Because when you do, like, here's something that we do say in the occult. We say, for you to find your path, you have to kill your family. You got to kill your mom and your dad. And obviously, it's not meant to be taken literal. What this is saying is for you to find your own path, your own, just like I was saying, the path cannot. There's a path in front of you. It's not yours. And anybody who's gonna write anything, I mean, you could be inspired by other motherfuckers, just like Mike Tyson was inspired by motherfucking Muhammad Ali, but he had to create his own path though. And that's for everybody. When I listen to Prince, I listen to everybody, but at the end of the day, I gotta put in my own fucking work. And ladies and gentlemen, and here I am. It's long overdue. I know, I know, I know, I know. Listen, hey, listen. Ready or not, niggas. All right, I'm taking my rightful, what I'm saying, space. Yeah. I mean, we all have a number. This is our time, baby. So we done seen a whole lot of others shining. In fact, we enjoyed it with them. This is just ours now, though. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're saying now. This is just our time. You know what I'm saying? We ain't dissing nobody. It's our time, baby. We have to contribute something to this reality. We have a responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love when I see other guys, even like Busta Rhymes talking. Shout out to this nigga, man. I fuck with this nigga. You know what I mean? Learning about his diary and all that. You know what I'm saying? Even all them other niggas too. A bunch of niggas that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Seeing their evolution, how they went through shit and where they are now. Listen, man, it's beautiful, man. I'm saying it's like you can see these niggas, they're attained. There's a level of peaceness, of love, they're reflecting among them. Listen, I love it. Come on, man. I mean, is that not a difference? What are we doing here? I'm here to love you. And I see them loving on you motherfuckers. They loving me too. And I'm loving on them. And this is what we're talking about. See, that's how you write history, nigga. You don't worry about whatever the fuck. Well, okay, yeah, we here now. I heard like history at this point. It's anything that I heard. I could tell you what's going on now, though. So, yeah, watch me work, nigga. Shout out that nigga Loaded Lux, man. Watch me work, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch me work. You feel me? Doing my father's work, man. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Because we here to all contribute to this whole universe, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gladly, it's an honor for me to do my part, man. It's an honor, and not just that, but in the essence of the work that I'm doing, it's a privilege for me, man. First for me to even understand it and going through the transformation myself, and now having the ability, what I'm saying, to just give it to others. Listen, it's share it with others. Pause. I'm giving it now to share it. You know what I'm saying, and it's to allow you to embody this. You know what I'm saying, and as I'm, man, so much to say, but anyway, but it's that holy communion, the connection, the sharing, and I hope that's what you guys are really getting because that's gonna be what the energy is. You understanding, you having that aha moment, you being electrified by it, and that's the spark. Listen, we are the great farmers over here, man. We know how to plant our seed, and you better be careful with how you planting your seed too, because you may have to dig it later. Well, that's what self mastery is about. So now you're creating shit to your liking. And that's why You got to be careful of who your God is, man. Choose your God wisely. But again, all of that has to do with a level of understanding about even the life that you're in now. Because spirituality, again, it's not outside of your life, it's the actual life that you're living now. Now it all comes down to what's the level of understanding that you have about you. You know what I'm saying? The more the inward you go, I mean, you'll see the reality differently. And that's why the whole idea of knowing thyself shall set you free. That's what it means. That's what it is. It will set you free of that material bondage, from that material illusion. Meaning, from you looking at life either from a joy perspective or from a pain perspective. Even from you looking at life as good or is it bad. You need both. And either, and they could be either or. Not only that, you need both, and they could be either or. To be honest, when you adopt that polarity or that equal minded perspective, that's truly how you're able to forgive somebody. Meaning I could see how hateful you are, but I can also see how stupid you are. But in the name of justice, like I was saying, when I refer to, that death penalty, it comes with it. That's why, in the name of love, you have to learn how to release the people who are not working out for you. And that's how you call judgment on them. And it's not done out of hate. It's not done as a none of that shit. It's a loving release, motherfucker. Nigga, I ain't got nothing against you. Myself found what makes me feel good. Found what moves me. You know at all. And that's what you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. You're not it. It comes. That's what creating boundaries is part of your evolution. I mean elevation. I'm sorry. And evolution. Doesn't matter. But in terms of your elevation, it's part of it. And understand that too. When you are creating your boundaries, you're not running away from negativity. But now you have the proper understanding. You're like, why casting my pearls before swine? You know what I'm saying? That's why for me, I never like the whole shit that says, you know what I'm saying, when you argue with a fool, then people from afar can't tell the difference. I do get it. But I don't even want to argue with a fool because of what other people may from afar would think. Like it doesn't make sense. I don't argue with a fool because you're not gonna get it. I mean, how smart am I? Right. You realize, you know what I'm saying? And this is what self-consciousness is. That's why I salute you and I forgive you and I embrace you, even though you don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do it automatically. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But forgiveness has nothing to do with you being around me. It has to do with me not being resentful to you. Meaning, you know what? When I see this bitch, she's gonna get no. Fuck you, bitch. You mean nothing to me. And why would I even go that route? Come on, man. You will never that. When? Remind me. Oh, please remind me. Crazy, man. And as I'm going through this path, to realize how much people feel like they are so entitled to you. This is alone is showing the insanity in this fucking the mental institution around you. This shit is crazy. I have motherfuckers who felt like they were entitled to me, and I'm like, how? You bought me a book? You gave me money when I didn't have money? What exactly have you done for me? And of course, like they're living in their mind, delusional. It's like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, what the fuck? Listen, yo, I was raised with crazy motherfuckers, bro. Criminal minded people. If that's what I had to overcome for me to even adopt the same mentality. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the woman who raised me, and by the way, just so you guys know, if this is your first time, I was actually illegally adopted, man. Motherfucker stole my identity, never told me who I was, and of course, it's to get the benefit. I mean, it's money behind it. There's nothing else. It is what it is. Hey, I mean, it is what it is. The level of hate. This woman told me, right, and this is how she was. That was the instruction. For you to elevate in life, for you to grow, you have to envy somebody else. Because when you envy somebody else, they make you want to get better. So your motivation is hating on somebody. Is there any inspiration? Is there anything that you inspire? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, why do I need to buy a nice car because such a, I mean, some of us, I think it would be best if there's a certain car that I love and I want to get, and I get it instead of I got it because the neighbor next door got it. And then now you feel like you're progressing in life because now you're judging people based on what they have because you don't see who you are. Listen, when they say you cannot serve two masters, guys, that's exactly what it means. It doesn't mean, listen, it's like you can't run Windows and fucking uh iOS at the same time, bro. If you go to Google, you could open up multiple pages from there. But you cannot use another, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't work that way, man. So I'm saying that to say it's crazy, bro. So what type of life do you think I would have adopting such a mentality? And of course, I would have to keep up with the Joneses. And then hate, then I would have to smile in your face, and then I'm competing with you behind your back. I mean, that's what she was teaching me, bro. How to be a fake ass, a punk ass motherfucker. What type of life do you get with that, bro? I mean, it's not even a life worth living because it's not even yours. I mean, if I'm gonna live a life, and that's how can I make it mine? You see, that's what I'm saying. It's not even to sound good though. It's like, yeah, but isn't it your life? Not to sound cocky or anything, or not to sound smart or stupid, or making you feel stupid, but it's like, what the fuck? So if you can't even see that you gotta make it worth it, that alone, that's what you should be questioning. Now that's your journey. Hey, listen, I had to go through it too, nigga. That's your journey right there. Then it means nothing. Why? Because you're not in it. And anything you do without you, it's not fulfilling. Niggas that got a lot of money commit suicide, yo. You have a lot of money, you're not happy, yo. Damn, man. Like, can you imagine someone not even seeing or having that little bit of consciousness? I mean, that's a whole lot of us. But what I'm trying to say by imagine, do you see why we are in the world that we're living in? It's not a coincidence. And that's why, for me, I understand how relevant my work is too. And that's why it is an honor for me to do that. And that's why for me, this is the ultimate, job that I can ever had on earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm pleased to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me, the reward of just doing this isn't in it myself. And it's already in it. Anything else, come on, man, it's extra. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, come on, man, it's secondary, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? I mean, we're not gonna say it doesn't matter, but you know what I'm saying? We already got what we came here to do. You know what I'm saying? It's already being done. Anything else? I'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Keep going. Why would I even stop it? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's what self fulfillment does to you. When you have an equal mind, you're able to reconcile the opposites. You could see good and bad, you could see bad and good. That's how you automatically transcend the physical. Because now what you're doing is you having a deeper understanding of what's being presented to you. You're dealing with it in a whole different perspective. And that perspective allows you to see beyond matter without you suppressing or saying matter doesn't exist or your body doesn't exist or all that bullshit. Your body's weak, all that flesh is all that bullshit. But once you have the proper understanding about you, that's transcendence. Then you truly become the middle guy because now you have the ability to see beyond the veil. So adopting an equal mind, it's pretty much what we mean by you having an understanding of polarity and seeing good and bad and seeing bad and good. For instance, the same air and the Kabbalion talks about that too. What you call cold and hot, it's just the same air, but it varies in degree. When the temperature goes up, you call it hot. It drops, you say it's cold. It just varies in degrees, but it's the same thing. So that's a polarity perspective. When you adapt that polarity perspective, it's also known as eating from the tree of life because now you're eating from the universe, a broader perspective. This is you understanding, you know what? Being a lawyer is important as much as it is important to have a butcher. Being a lawyer is as important as it is like to be a motherfucking nurse or being a nurse, whatever the fuck. Everybody is needed. In fact, when you talk about society, it's all of these motherfuckers. Nigga, if you're saying fuck McDonald's, why do you even go to McDonald's? Okay, so if you're gonna go to McDonald's, well, guess what, nigga? The motherfucker who's getting $7 an hour, you need that motherfucker. Because you need a Whopper, or it's not a whatever the fuck that they do, or fucking a McDonald. What's their fucking shit? Their whatever Big Mac, whatever the fuck they got. It's Burger King. I don't even know, nigga. The point I'm making here, nigga. Saying, I don't judge these motherfuckers. They all needed. I know there's been times, you know what I'm saying, after a nigga hit the club, you know what I'm saying, we had to, you know what I'm saying, stop by fucking Disney. I love their fish sandwich. I can't recall this nigga's name. Why is it not coming? Anyway, what the fuck are their names? But anyway, I love their sandwich, their fish sandwich. You know, I love to add a little bit of tomatoes, but nevertheless, these niggas was there to make it for me. And fuck my money, because I could have ate my money. If these niggas weren't there, I was there's no way I was gonna eat it. Do you see how your money's always secondary, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's secondary. So that's why when you don't even have that little bit of consciousness, no wonder. No wonder. Now that same person that who actually raised me, when I lost my car or whatever, right? So I was trying to get another car. And this bitch said, when you don't have money, it's like you being a dog. Meanwhile, she's stealing my money. Did you see what's happening here? It's like, how do you, how do you like criticize anything about me or say anything about me when you're stealing from me? Y'all, this shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? How do you do that? Well, you do it now because you want me to feel bad. Because you already felt the way you felt, and obviously you know what you're saying about me is not the truth. Otherwise, you would have let me know this is my fucking inheritance. Do you see what I'm saying? Here I am. I got millions in the bank, and this bitch is trying to make me feel like I ain't shit because she's looking to get what I have. Do you see the shit? But you know what? Here's the beauty of it all. Because who you are is who you are. So my response to her that day was like, nah, nigga. You know, just because you don't have money, in Haiti, we say this shit. Malheureux parle dit déshonnête. What this is talking about here is just because you don't have money doesn't mean you're not honorable. What that has to do with money. I told her the only reason why you think when you don't have any money, like you somehow, mean have no fucking value. That's because money's everything. That's because you ain't shit. See, that's why these motherfuckers couldn't like me, dog. There's no way. Even if they wanted to, it's like I know. It's like they love it, they hate it. They love it, they hate it. Do you see what I'm saying? So this shit is crazy. How does money define somebody? Meanwhile, you see everybody who accomplish anything out of life, the Jay Z's, the white class, all these niggas, they came from bullshit. So when we say in Haiti, just like I was saying, you know what I'm saying, not having money doesn't make, because it doesn't determine who you are. Who you are is who you choose to be, how you choose to evolve yourself. That's what makes a difference. That's why these niggas, they're always mad. Because who do you think you are? You think you better? No. I mean, shit. Yes. But no, too. Not better than you, but doing the best of me. And what's stopping you? You know what I'm saying? It's like I have experienced what is a hate crime. And I really get to see ignorance for what it is. Like when I tell you I understand, it's like I was raised with criminals. It's like it's crazy. Like this lady, she murdered her brother that was back in Haiti. Like that's what they do. They murder people to earn their shit, their fucking inheritance. Just like for me, her whole thing where she paid somebody else. Oh man, this shit is some organized shit. So I had to understand their state of mind because I had to overcome them. That's why. That's how I was able to solve my own case, nigga. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's why self work. I'm testifying that to you. If I didn't do my self work, I wouldn't be here today. Real shit. If I didn't understand the occult, I owe my life to that. And that's why forever, I'll be forever a man of God, nigga. Ever. You'll never take that away from me. You can never separate that from me. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If I didn't know who I was, man. And ironically, who I am helped me. Let, let me, let me ultimate who I am help me while I don't even know who I am. And I'm gonna just leave it there. So ultimately, it's the journey for me, the embodiment. Nigga, you can't tell me nothing. Like Kanye said, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing. Humbly, respectfully, lovingly. You feel me? I literally don't mean no harm. I know I come off strong, but hey, I'm supposed to. And if we gotta put hands, hey, listen, come on now. Don't get it fucked up, nigga. We'll get it fucked up. And this is how, ladies and gentlemen, like the beauty of and a little bit of my history, as it is being unfold to me, and I'm sharing a little bit of that with you. And hopefully it's gonna be a whole lot more than that. But the journey in itself, it's like find your beauty. And for me too, man, I get to, and I think I'll probably talk about that more, because oh well, that mother, what I'm saying, hired somebody to take me out, and she was always trying to invite me to go to vacations and shit. But all of that was part of their plan. What I'm saying? Have I not stayed on course? It's like, I mean, I was really like moving on that frequency. And as I'm trying to tell you, man, you have to. And that's the frequency I'm trying to put you on. Because a lot of us, and you have the actual, the Selena's, great human being, but she wasn't fully developed. And these motherfuckers, they able to get away with that kind of shit because of those of us who have not fully developed. And just so you guys understand what I'm really talking about here, we are all spirit, but now some of us, depending on, how open you are, that's why you could say you are of the light, and depending how closed off they are of the darkness. But it's the same exact spirit. And that's why you should understand that too. That's why I have compassion with them. I understand what I did was a choice. It's like when you say you can, and then somebody else says who says they can't. Like I understand what they're saying, but it's also like you choose it too. So what you said is the truth, but the way you saying it and what you're not admitting is that it is your choice. And that's what pretty much you're dealing with when when you encounter that kind of shit. And anybody who's on that path, depending on what family you were put into, as you growing spiritually, as you getting to know yourself, that's the path of the Christ. We all had to go through it. Then you hear if you heard the Francis Maganu fucking story. You know what I'm saying? He had a mom and dad, but these motherfuckers were, well, that's what we did, that's what you're gonna do. This motherfucker, like in the middle of nowhere, said, fuck that shit. I'm saying? So again, you wanna talk about mom and dad? Yeah, of course. I mean, if you know more about history, I mean, there's a lot more to that story. But all I'm saying here, I'm not using this story to make a point about mom and dad, but the bottom line is, I mean, shit, there's bad in it too. There's a lot bad in it. You have kids who their parents were doctors and lawyers, but their aspiration was for fucking music. So their parents made a hell out of their fucking life. You know what I'm saying? It's not just when mom and dad is not there, and then somehow, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what we're saying is miraculously mom and dad come together, and then you okay? No, 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 no. Not true. Especially if these motherfuckers are two stupid motherfuckers. They'll give you hell. They kick you out of the house. Why? Just because, nigga, I'm aspiring to be something else. How's that against you? Are you not living your life? I mean, is my son not here to live his life? Come on, niggas. Come on. You see what I'm saying? Now, it had Busta Rhymes followed his father. I mean, having a company, yeah, that is good too. There's nothing bad with that, but would that be his ultimate shit? Would that give him the mention that he has now? The kind of money that he has and shit like that? Probably not. You see what I'm saying? So what we're talking about here, man, it's that's why you have to adopt pretty much a polarity perspective, because once you do so, it unable like it helps you to reconcile the opposites. That's how we all come together. When you understand everybody's needed and everybody is fucking needed, like they say, if it wasn't for poor people, rich people would have to eat their money. So at this point, again, it's the reality is, I mean, money just gives you, you have more power to buy shit or to spend shit, but at the end of the day, you still need somebody to give it to you. So again, man, it's more than fucking money. How do you want me to say it, man? No, no. What the fuck? It's almost like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not even saying this to be fucking. You know how when you say some shit just to make everybody feel cool, it's like I don't see any. I'm trying to look at it from, let's just say, break it down to me logically. Show me why money is more than everything. Like it doesn't. It's not even realistically applicable into your life. I mean, it looks good. It makes you feel a certain way. But no matter how you feel, you need people to actually do that for you. And fuck around, you not knowing how to treat people. Well, whatever the fuck you're looking for, your burger buns, none of that shit, huh? We can't say have at it, nigga. Or your fries, whatever the fuck, niggas. And the type of energy too that's gonna be put in your food to begin with. Fuck all the dumb shit that motherfuckers could do. Come on, man. You might as well don't even want to eat from that motherfucker. Again, please help me understand. This is not no political, no trying to be nice shit. Like, it is what the fuck it is. And if you don't see it, you just don't see it. And obviously, that's what defines your reality too. Because if you think money's everything, then you'll do anything for money. And you do it to for pleasure's sake, not for self-fulfillment. Because again, you could have money and you're not being happy. And if you're not happy you got money, your money means nothing. But a motherfucker that may not have anything who's happy with what the fuck he got. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To that nigga, your $1 million look good though. Again, money's a great servant. It's a good bitch. But you never make her your fucking master, nigga. This is the hoe you treat like a hoe, nigga. Never housewife. And if you don't see it that way, hey, you'll see. Play celebrity, you be or IP. Alright. But anyway, just to summarize, again, the benefit of, you know, first of all, having a to see things from a polarity perspective, you would have to go beyond the veil. Meaning, on the surface, what we see is the opposites. We see good and bad. What you did wasn't good, what you good wasn't bad. But on a deeper level, and that's where I'm trying to get you to go. The deeper level, which is the actual reality, because us living in this illusion, we need to see things beyond what they appear to be. So to have a good perspective of anything is to have an inner understanding of what that shit is. So now, as you're doing so, that's why now you have adopted a God mentality, a Godhead mentality, because now you're no longer looking at things from a fucking appearance perspective, but you're looking at it from an inner perspective. Yes, you were raped. What did you learn from it? What was the benefit of that? Can you see a good part of it? If you cannot see a good part of it, meaning you have not transmuted that energy, and for the most part, I mean, you have not grown, not even spiritually, because what we all have to do, like for me, I have to heal my younger or my wounded child. And that pretty much entails us having a deeper understanding about our experiences. How bad was it when I really learned from it? How bad was it, even though, you know what I'm saying, these people didn't really love me? But guess what? None of them was able to touch me. And when they were trying to sabotage my life, I use it to my benefit. Because what you call my soul mom, whatever, she was getting together with everybody that I dated to turn them against me. So if I was not in harmony with myself, nigga, I would have been fucked. She would have like played me like a fucking yo-yo. But instead, when she do that, I tell her, you know what? Have that bitch with you. I don't need you nor her. These motherfuckers never put a scratch on me. Oh, they tried hard though. You know what I'm saying? And they even try with even my kids too. Like this nigga literally sends somebody to take me out and have my kids. You see how organized? You know what I'm saying? For that summer, like nothing. Like the bitch, like she's a great grandmother. Meanwhile, paid to kill me, not to allow me to have none of the shit that belongs to me out of envy and jealousy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what hey, man, listen, man. That's what I had to go through. That's what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Where my true identity was never revealed to me. But luckily for me, I found my highest identity that reveals that identity to me. Not, not quiet the way I want it, but it's like I'm looking at the bigger picture, if that makes sense. And I can never go wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's all us, but it's truly this here. But anyway, being open minded allows me to. It's like that's why for me it's not personal. It allows me to see how much hate that they have, but never to allow that their hate to have anything to do with me. I mean, what you eat don't make me shit. If you take poison, you think that's going to kill me while you're swallowing it? You the one swallowing it, not me. There's something else too. That's why these motherfuckers are even mad because their purpose is to somehow crush me, but I cannot be crushed because I found me. So anything they've done to me, I've used it to better me. That's how I use them. The harder they come, the harder they fall. And that they will never be able to understand it because they're not of this. They are of the if you want to call it darkness, but the envy is the hate. Their dark side. So what you call evil is now because we are all spirit. Is their shadow that has taken over them. So these people are living their lives based on greed. That's what makes them fucking criminal. You don't understand. There's no feelings involved. Nigga, listen, I'm 42 years old. This woman lied to me for 42 years old and acting like my mother and then sent out to kill me. Now you tell me what kind of feeling you gotta have. Oh, that's a cold ass. That's a ah, she's cold, dog. All right, I'm like, oh shit, and you still cannot touch me. And guess what? And I'm still not gonna be like you, nigga. I'm better than you. Why would I want to be like you? Like in my shadow, you can't even touch me, and that's why you hate me. and and part of me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have compassion. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, justice is justice. I mean, it is what it is. Respectfully, lovingly, you put yourself against me, it's your downfall. It's like I gotta watch you going down. Wow. Because you wanted to see me going down, didn't you? And they plan a whole fucking funeral too. When I tell you the shit I'm able to tap into, I can see them. I don't even see them. I see them. And everything is beautiful because I was in front of them when I used to tell them about certain gift. How about now, nigga? And the best thing is, I don't even have to ask you about it. You're gonna see it now. You see, I'm your downfall. The minute you went against me, you already fell. Now you're gonna see it. You haven't seen it yet. I mean, you getting signs like because you guys are so stupid, nigga. You can even get yourself paper. You can even do that for yourself. And now you behind an organized crime. All right. Mhm, mhm. All right. All right. Well, I'm here. You here. Okay. Only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. Here we are. But, yeah. You always gonna come watch me, nigga. Time will tell. You know what I'm saying? Huh. I mean, hey man, everything that goes up must come down. Everything that was every lie, one day will come the truth. You probably thought like you was gonna die with this lie in your heart. Huh? Hey, listen, man. God works in mysterious ways. It lets you think you got it. That's when you get comfortable. You like, come on, you did it for 42 years. And the 43rd year, on the 42nd year, like, nah, nigga. You don't touch this one. And my grandmother, everybody's here, man. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I'm not gonna talk on. You know what I'm saying? But just know, everybody, I know what I need to know. This ain't going down this way, dog. Mm. It's either you or me. I can guarantee you it's not me. Now, going back to summarize the whole conversation, guys. To summarize, adopting the polarity in an equal minded is to have a bigger perspective, is to see things from different angles. And that is having a broader perspective. And what that does, it's you don't create an opposition. You unify. It's a unity in everything. When you understand your essence, you understand polarity, then you understand the same rules that applies in nature also applies in your life. The farmer that farms in nature, you are that same farmer in your life. So that's why when you become the great creator, you gotta watch what you plant, what what your seeds are. Watch your seeds, because you're gonna have to dig it out later. What are you planting? But again, this is where you get into your essence. You understand, as a man thinketh. I mean, how the fuck they say that shit? As a man thinketh, whatever the fuck. What is that referring? What is that really telling you? So that's why your purpose is to elevate your consciousness. It's to look at yourself in the best possible ways ever. If you ought to be the best. So that's why the idea of devaluing yourself, stop it. Stop, stop, stop. There's no practical benefit in it at all. But the political bullshit just to sound sorry. You just want to sound like a bitch. Because you're not saying anything. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And in fact, God revealed himself in the most, in the hard headed, in the hard working man. And as the hard working man is doing the work, that's why we acknowledge. We don't say we don't say it like we don't have any credit to it, but there's no attachment to your work. That's why for me this is for you. That's why for me, like, I understand what this is. And the non-attachment that I have to my work or to whatever the fuck it is, it's only because I'm in true alignment with me. I understand what hard work is, nigga. I got myself here. And we're talking about a transformation, um, via my emotions and my understanding and expanding my consciousness. This is work. That's how I was able to change my reality. And eventually, what I'm saying, bringing the light, take, what I'm saying, going into the darkness and bring out the light, bringing the light out of the darkness. That's how I'm able to expose these motherfuckers. That's how I solve my own case, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also need to embrace and embody the science of ignorance, because of them, you see what I'm saying? The good and the bad. Again, when you adopt that mentality, there's no separation but growth and transcendence, because at this point, you can't put me on either side, nor on that side or that side. So therefore, that's what transcendence is. Now it became right in the middle. That's why when you understand yourself, your true self, death has no victory on you. Now I understand me being, I mean, my birth doesn't determine me. It's just an entrance. And guess what? Because I entered this world, well, I got to get out. But the one thing that remains the same is my true essence. So that's why when you know your true essence, knowing who you are, it pretty much set me free from that, let's just say, the hard stop that, let's just say, someone who's not conscious about who they are. Now, for death for you, it's just the end of everything. And which is not true. That's why you have people that have mediumship fucking abilities, and nigga, that shit is real. Let's just say I know what I know. And this is the fucking reality, I mean, that we are surrounded by. So different planes, but we're all surrounded by it. The spirit and all these things, all these motherfuckers are around us. And being what you call in Maya, this plane, the density of this world, that's what makes it Earth. And you bump coming through here, you go through a portal. And that's why your sperm, all of this shit is all fucking energy. So, like, you are the mysteries of all mystery. God alone. But why the fuck would you want to live a fucking ordinary life when ordinary is not even ordinary in itself? That's how I know for me, I wanted to give them something they never seen before. Right? You know what? Let's give them something they never seen before. Let's put this in the book. Let's let them know we understand what true consciousness is. And when you understand that, listen, you're making a difference. History is not for you to stuck in the past. It's for you to have a better understanding and create a better reality, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not the case, you know what I'm saying, you're being a little hard headed, baby. You have not fully grasped it. It's okay. Everybody's on, you know what I'm saying? You might be a little bit slow, and for you to open up that panel or open up your space, nigga, meditate. Open up your third eye. See, these are actual work, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, I mean, shit, I don't know. Maybe I should share some shit with you guys. Oh, no. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. But for me, too, though, personally, I mean, there were so many different things that I've done. I know a couple of things that work. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy, niggas. But it's to get you to open up. The first thing is start to acknowledge that other part of you, and that acknowledgement, and that's what's gonna create or open up the door, for you to get in touch with that higher side of you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're definitely not wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Wax on, wax off, nigga. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm giving you everything you need. You don't even know. That's right. Go the fuck home, nigga. You thought I was just using you, huh? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you. But it's important for you to have that understanding, because understanding that, how they say it in the fucking Kabbalion, the mental understanding of the universe. Or once you grasp that, because now already that alone will put you on a whole different level, on a whole level of frequency, of vibration, and that's what you need. That's part of your awakening. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit that should, open up your eyes right now. I'm giving you the sights. But anyway, let's just summarize. Um, the foundation of looking at the illusion, which is a dualistic perspective, is an illusion. It is the foundation for what you would call um, the world that you're living in. The world as it is now, what we call the matrix, it's a dualistic perspective world. It's good and evil. It's what side are you on? It's a gang mentality. It's all of it. And then you talk about ego now because everybody is got something. I mean, shit. And I even talk about that too. The guys who killed Extentacion, you know what I'm saying, got on fucking Facebook showing off the money of what they just did, because there's a sense of self validation. I mean, is it stupid? Yes, yes, yes. But you can't ignore, what I'm saying, like the identity. You see what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers trying to act hard because they get more acknowledgement by doing so. And you want to be acknowledged, and that's what you do. But you only do that because obviously you don't know who you are. Because once you choose yourself, I don't have to show none of that to you. In fact, when you choose yourself, more like you want me to show you what? Fuck you, man. I'm walking away. I found myself. What exactly do I have to prove to you? Especially you. What the fuck? Like even the understanding of not casting your pearls before swine, and that's what I was talking about before. It's just like that's what makes sense. It's not in the sense of they're peasant. I'm not gonna cast pearls, and I mean that's not the idea here. It's like I mean what I got is pearls. Like even when I give it to you, you're not gonna get it. So what's the point of me giving it to you? That's what this is talking about, really. It's the true fucking understanding. Nigga, if you're looking at yourself as trash, no matter what I tell you, it's not gonna matter because you already look at yourself as being trash. And that's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying, like, we know the difference. I mean, we also agree with you, but at the same time, I also know, nigga, that's your choice too. Because I got this because I chose differently. And you have that power. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that what niggas like Jay Z did? The Busta Rhymes, the Wyclef. I mean, they know what kind of reality, what kind of life that they were living. But this nigga had a dream. He had something else in mind. The 50 Cent, all these niggas, and not just in rap too. Like the Denzel Washington, the niggas who wanted to be actors, those who wanted to be fucking comedian, whatever the fuck. How would they know where they would fucking? I mean, you just never know. You follow it. I mean, obviously, and you just go along with it. But in the midst of it, you are transforming, you are having a better understanding, you are being yourself, you are reflecting. That's why we could reflect to a lot of these motherfuckers. Again, we're talking about, adopting polarity and seeing like a fucking equal minded shit. Not looking at life from one side, but from all sides, from a holistic perspective. We all need each other. If you're thinking that way, well, guess what? What's the point if I need you, you need me, for me to show you I got a bigger dick than you? What would exactly be the point of me trying to show you I got a bigger dick than you when I know I need you and you need me? You see what I'm trying to get you to see? It's not even your ego that's being in question here, but it's the knowledge. What the fuck are you eating? It's your perspective, your dualistic perspective that's fucking you up. You're looking at good and bad, but if you understand what's good could be bad, then guess what? If you know what I'm saying, then you'll be able to forgive other motherfuckers. Then you're able to be like, you know what? Even myself, I got a good side, I got a bad side. And anybody that's good, shit. You think if somebody's gonna try to kill me, I'm not gonna kill them first? So that makes me, even though as a good man, also a killer too. Because a killer, let's be honest, somebody that kills somebody. Either you defending, it doesn't matter if you're defending yourself or not. I mean, that could be a result of you killing, but it doesn't mean you're not killing. The law that represent your protection, like I said, niggas do get death penalty. You see, that's that. Like when you start looking at life from that perspective, now you've flown with life. You're looking at a different reality. There's no competition. Looking at life from that perspective. There's no, this is, I'm better than you. Then nah, I need you. You need me. Do you not? I mean, a butcher would definitely gonna have to see a doctor, but a doctor, where are you gonna get your meat, dog? I mean, those are just what it is. Actual living, practical shit that's in front of you. Now, because you're looking at it twisted, you don't see it for what it is. Then now you got a bigger dick than that, like you don't need the motherfucker. And then you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make sense. Because we all need each other. The chef, well, you could be a chef and cook at the White House, nigga. You could be a chef cooking for the president. Well, that means a lot, not just about the president, but you're cooking too. Everybody's fucking needed. Is that being nice? Being nice got to do with this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's why a fucking notary is fucking important. A judge is needed. All these motherfuckers, man. You follow what the fuck you need. So why the fuck would you compare yourself with somebody else? Man, let's listen, man. Always remember, man. You know what I'm saying? For you to be you, nobody else could be around. The remedy of the pain is in the pain. And then always remember, man, your money's a good bitch, but never a great servant. You know what I'm saying? And you treat a bitch like a bitch. I sent.